beauties, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Alma. If you like law, lifestyle, and a little passport stamp, this is the channel for you. So make sure you're subscribed because I post every Monday and have been for the last 7 months. It's about to be 8 months because August is almost over. Alright y'all, so today we have another sit down video. I don't know if you guys can hear the air. I did turn it off, so it should be turning off in a little bit, but hopefully it's not too loud. Today's video is going to be a things I wish I knew as a recent law school graduate, or things you should know as a recent law school graduate and a new lawyer. So yeah, okay, the title will be up above, okay? But something along those lines. So I graduated law school a couple years ago, 2 years ago to be exact. So these are just things that I wish I knew prior to getting into practice of law, but y'all don't even have to worry about it because I got y'all. I know y'all just took the bar exam at the end of July, and so some of you guys are working now, some of you guys are waiting for your exam score, some of y'all are just vibing, and that's okay. Whatever situation you're in, this video will be beneficial to you. So the first thing I wish I knew as a recent law school graduate and a new lawyer is that you can't do everything by yourself. You're gonna need to ask for help. I know that sounds crazy for some of us because you know, we went to law school, we went to college, we did all these things, all these internships. You didn't need anyone for anything. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You could do that all by yourself. However, when we're actually in the practice of law, it's a little bit different, okay? You're gonna need someone just to show you the ropes, like how to prep a witness, how to work on a cross, how to enter your appearance. You're gonna need someone to help and assist you with these things. They unfortunately do not teach you this in law school, so you're gonna need someone who's already in the practice of law. And if you're like, oh, I don't know any other attorneys, I'm the first attorney in my family, that's fine. This person could be someone you work with, someone in your office, someone on your team, you know, whatever, to show you the ropes. You just essentially need a mentor. I have one and he was super helpful. So find someone who can help you out, and so you're not like a deer in headlights, because this is different from law school. Like I said earlier, it's different from college, it's different from high school, it's different from middle school, child, different from elementary school. You're working, okay? You with the big boys now. So now you need to know what the big boys do, and in order to do that, you need to find someone who can help you figure it out. And before I move on to the next tip, I just really quickly want to say that sometimes when you're asking people for help, you feel like you're being burdensome or a bother to them, like you have to ask them for every single thing. Don't feel like that, y'all. Like I said, this is different from anything you've ever done in your life. Yes, you went to law school, yes, you graduated law school, yes, you took the bar exam, yes, you passed the bar exam, but still, y'all, this is different. This is practicing. Yes, you did clinic, yes, you did everything, yes, but all those things still are very different from actually being an attorney, or actually being a lawyer, actually dealing with clients, actually going to court, and actually doing this and actually doing that. So don't feel like you're a burden or like you're annoying them or anything, because 9 times out of 10 someone did the same thing for them as well. So the next thing I want to share with you is that being a lawyer is not necessarily a 9 to 5. So I was dealing with this man and he was like, what do you say? He was like, so what are your work hours? Like, is it not a 9 to 5? Like, sometimes you're working late, you know? And I'm like, honestly, I can't tell you. Some weeks I work longer than others, and some weeks, no, that's it. Some weeks I work longer than others depending on what I have going on. He ain't really like that too much. So just know that it's not really a 9 to 5, but work-life balance is still attainable. Depending on where you work, whether you need to bill, how many hours you need to bill, all those things factor into what your work-life balance is going to look like. So just keep that in mind when you are, starting at a firm, or if you're already at the firm, peep that number and see how you can also enjoy your life while hitting your billing goal, okay? Because we still got a bill. And now, kind of on the same tip, I feel like I'm talking really fast. Yeah, I feel like this video is almost over, and watch, as soon as I say this, we're gonna be here for 30 more minutes. Nah, maybe like 10, maybe 5. Okay, it doesn't matter. What was I saying? Oh yes, on the same tip, you need to take care of yourself. Self-care is super important in general, but especially in this field as an attorney. Maintain self-care. You can't help others and be a resource for others if you yourself aren't at your best. So make sure you do things that you love to do. Like, I like to read, so I do that. Okay, I was about to share some books I've been reading this month, but this is not that video. But I do like to read, and I have a reading goal. I have to read a certain amount of books each month, and so I do that. So that keeps me, doing things I like to do. I like to travel. I like to travel at least once a month. If you guys aren't already plugged in with my travel vlogs, check the iCards up above. Where did I go recently? In July, I went to Antigua. In June, I went to Orlando. In May, I went to Brazil. So those are my 3 recent trips. So check the iCards in the description box down below for those travel vlogs. You won't be disappointed. And then in August, I'm going somewhere, but you have to wait for the vlog to see it. And then in September, I will be going somewhere as well, and so on and so forth. So do things that you like to do. If you don't like to travel, you don't have to do that. If you like to paint, make sure you take a little pottery class, or actually setting time for yourself to paint. If you like to draw, same thing. If you like to dance, you know what I'm saying? Carve out time in your schedule to do things that you like to do, to pour into yourself, to build yourself up, because this profession, y'all, especially the type of law I practice, it's a lot of emotions going on. Honestly, just in general, as a lawyer, you're dealing with other people's problems. It's a lot. It could be a lot on yourself. So make sure, in order for you to help the person take care of their problems, you are taking care of yourself. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Not really. I still got a couple more tips. Now this one, and I mean no shade to anyone who may be watching this video who has done this. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's no shade to y'all. I'm just telling the beauties, the lawyer beauties, the recent lawyer beauty grads, what to expect as a new lawyer and as a new law school graduate. Okay, so this is no shade to any of y'all. But as soon as you graduate law school, people will start asking you for legal advice. Because what? They know you're their lawyer. You think when they post you on graduation saying, that's my lawyer, that's my lawyer, you thought they were playing? No, they meant that. They took that to heart. So anytime someone has a legal problem, they come to you. Sometimes people do a good job, and the problem that they bring you is within your practice area, and other times people are bringing things from all over the place. It has nothing to do with you practice. Girl, you didn't even take a class in law school on this topic, but they're just bringing you this issue. Why? Because they know you're a lawyer. That's just a heads up. Just be aware of that. The people do come to you for any and every legal question. My fifth and final tip is that sometimes people play on your top. Now, if you're like me, I went to high school. Of course, I went to high school. I went to college straight after high school, and I went to law school straight after college. So I didn't take any breaks. Everything was back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay. I graduated law school pretty young. I was 24, and I was also a very young attorney. I still am a young attorney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, young in age, young in age, and young in practice. But sometimes people play on your top. I have had opposing counsel. I have had opposing counsel really try to get at me, because you know what, I'm not gonna say too much, but there is a vlog of what happened that day. She put her hands in my face. It was a whole mess. If you haven't seen that vlog, it will be in the iCards above in the description box down below. But they get real, some of them, not all of them, because I've had really good experience with opposing counsels. The opposing counsel I'm thinking about, she really tries to play on my top. She saw I was young. Y'all, I'll tell you a couple questions that the babe asked me upon meeting me. She said, do you even practice family law? Then she gonna tell me she was a prosecutor for 20 something years. That has nothing to do with me. Like, what does that have to do with me? This is not a criminal trial. This is not a criminal proceeding. She did all that for me to just whoop her behind the court. Glory to God. I was in court recently. I was sitting in the first bench, because the first bench is reserved for lawyers. And initially, I typically don't even sit in the first bench. I usually sit, you know, I sit wherever. But at this time, I was sitting in the first bench because I'd already gone in front of the judge, and I stepped out. I got the order and everything, and I noticed that there was a mistake on the order. So I went to go talk to the bailiff and the clerk, and they were figuring it out. So I was sitting in the first bench so that, you know, I could be right there when they like figure out the problem, and I don't have to come from far away. So they switched over the bailiffs, and one of the bailiffs comes, and he sees me in the first bench, and he's like, "Are you a lawyer?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he says, "Are you sure?" What did I just tell you? Like, why would I lie? Like, why would I lie? So that's that. And that same day when I was in court, y'all, the judge, she called the case, and I announced, you know, present with counsel or whatever. And I don't know, maybe she didn't hear me, but my client and myself are approaching, you know, we're in front of the judge, and she goes, I only said one name. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, oh, I'm counsel. And she was like, well, did you enter your appearance? I'm like, yes, I did. And then she ended up apologizing. But I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Matter of fact, that same day, y'all, I got asked 3 times whether I was an attorney. It was way too much. I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on today? I also had my natural hair out. Like, I don't know if it made me look younger. I don't know. I don't know if it has something to do with it. But that day, I got asked 3 times whether I was an attorney or not. And I was like, whoa. So just know, people might try to put on your top because you're a young one. Don't get intimidated. You did what you had to do to get here. You went to law school, you graduated, took the bar, you passed it, you know, paid your dues. Because that's important. I just paid mine yesterday. Anyway, pay your dues. You did everything that you need to do to be in this position. So don't let people intimidate you when they throw their years of practice, like that opposing counsel talking about she was a prosecutor for 20 years. Like, okay. What you want me to do? Oh, let's just go back to her real quick because I don't even know if I said this part in the vlog, y'all. She asked me, how old are you? And she's like, I think you're my son's age. Like, I didn't tell her how old I was, but I did ask her, how old is your son? Y'all, I think her son was like 18, 17 or 18. Be serious right now. Be serious right now. Like, why would I be your son's age? I'm getting all in my feelings about it again because that day was just such a mess. But like I said, the vlog will be in the iCards in the description box down below, and I actually do have to call that opposing counsel sometime this week, so pray for me and wish me luck. Yo, what's the BMF theme song? Because that just came in my head. Yeah, the BMF theme song. Y'all, how did we get here? I said wish me luck. Okay, hold on real quick about BMF. I love the BMF theme song. 50 never misses with a theme song, okay? Oh, sorry. Quick sidebar since we talking about BMF. Did y'all see that last episode? Leave your thoughts in the comments. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, wish me luck. That's how we got there. Wish me luck with dealing with that opposing counsel. But I will keep you guys updated in the vlog. So make sure you are subscribed. Anyway, y'all, those are all the things that I wish I knew as a new law school graduate, as a new lawyer, child, whatever I called this video. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. I have so many playlists and so many videos on this channel. If you're in law school, there's a playlist for you in the iCards in the description box down below. If you are, you know, you've done with law school, you're practicing, or you're waiting for your bar results to start practicing, I have lawyer vlogs that y'all can check out in the iCards up above in the description box down below. And like I said, my travel vlogs are always there for y'all to watch, binge, and enjoy. With that being said, y'all, I'll see you guys next week Monday for another video. Bye, beauties.
Anything you could do, I could do better. I can do better than you.